Psalm 120 is the first song of ascension. It describes the crisis when we realized that we were on the downward road of destruction and cried out to God for help. In my distress, I cried unto the Lord, and he heard me. Psalm 121. This is the first step, and from then we are on the highway to heaven, having begun our walk with the Lord. For many years we have thought that we could do without him. We had been cocksure we could manage our own lives by our own cleverness, knowledge, and wisdom. We had never thought of calling upon God for help, and in many cases we ended up as miserable failures. Then and then only did we realize that unless God took hold of us, we would be completely ruined, and that there would be no hope for us either in this world or the next. Yet this way some took the first step because of some crises or the other, such as serious illness, grinding poverty, or because of some crushing disappointment either in private or public life when all human comfort failed them. Yet others because of some enslaving and dominating sin from which no one could deliver them. Indeed, God does use such varying circumstances in our lives to show us our helplessness and inability, and to teach us to call upon him for help and deliverance. When we call upon him for salvation, he answers us and becomes real and personal to us. Let us see how God became real to David. Though David was full of zeal for God, yet he did not have a personal experience with him. So first he had to learn to come to an end of himself and his own devices. When his wife, his friend, his relations, and even the priests failed to protect him from the jealous and murderous attacks of Saul, he found shelter in a cave and called upon God, and there God became very real to him. Then he began to compose many psalms which are inspiring to people of all classes and in all conditions of life all over the world. Psalm 122. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips. We suffer much because of lying lips and a deceitful tongue. This may apply to us or to others. When we tell a lie, we lose our peace, and we cause others also to suffer because of the damage we do them. When others tell lies about us also, we suffer. So lies of any sort leave us miserable, and we realize that only the living and loving God can preserve us and save us from lying lips and tongue. Psalm 123, What shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? We find ourselves helpless to overcome our own tongues. We get angry at the least provocation, and our tongues get out of control, and no human power is able to control them. We say hurtful things. Sometimes we say them even to our loving friends. Then we not only lose our peace because of our words, but cause much trouble to those around us as well. It is true that we do not want to say hurtful words, but still we fail many times. Only the power of God can help us to control our tongues. James 3, 1-15, the helm of a ship is small in size in comparison with the rest of the ship, yet the captain can direct and change the whole course of the ship by his control over the helm. We need to bring our own tongues under the control of the power of God, and then we shall be able to bring comfort to needy people. We shall be able to say in real humility that we are sorry when we have done wrong. But when we do not call upon God to control our tongues, then lies and words of anger, jealousy, hatred, and so on rush out of our mouths and bring much loss and damage into many lives. After this becomes very difficult to confess and to say we are sorry for what we have said, often we have to spend much time to bring peace between two contending parties. Even after both are fully convinced they were in the wrong, they refuse to say they are sorry or to ask pardon of each other. They will readily admit their share in the misunderstanding, but as for saying, I am sorry, it seems impossibility to them. That is why the psalmist admits in Psalm 121 that he called upon God in his distress. He recalls how his own tongue and that of others had spoken words of pride, hatred, and anger. He had tried to control the words, but had failed. Then he called upon God. We have seen this experience repeated in our own wretched condition in this and many others aspects of our lives, and have cried unto him, and he delivered us. This is the first step of our great salvation.